What if I tell you there is one effective method of learning that will take you ahead of the 95% of the all learning population? Would you like to try it out? Well, this has actually been promulgated by the great statesman Benjamin Franklin, who was dropped out of the school at the age of 10 because of his bad circumstances, and found himself retiring as one of the most respected American diplomats. And his life proves that this method of learning takes you ahead of the game much faster. Again, coming back to Benjamin Franklin, he was a studious person and a multifaceted personality. He had expertise in different areas. He was a successful politician, he was a successful inventor, he was a diplomat, he was a statesman, he was a orator. He mastered many languages such as Spanish, Latin, German, etc. How did he manage to do that in one single lifetime? The answer goes right here: self-directed learning. Hello everybody, George here, and today I am very excited to share with you, all the learners out there, how to learn effectively. I am here to share with you a secret method of learning which is called self-directed learning. What is self-directed learning? Self-directed learning is a method of learning in which the learner takes initiative to learn something of his or her interest, whether or not a teacher is present. And in this method, as the learner takes initiative, he or she will be setting apart a certain number of hours to learn about different subject. Speaking about Benjamin Franklin, he speaks about the 5-hour rule of learning. The 5-hour rule says that in a week you need to set apart at least 5 hours of concentrated learning. He used to set apart at least 1 hour of learning every single day. He made sure that he learned whatever enthused him every single day for 1 hour. In this 1 hour, he kept on learning new concepts, and he spent time in deep learning. When I speak about learning deeply, self-directed learning, I am not speaking about just reading a few books. His method, self-directed learning, included 4 steps. The first step, of course, included reading. So in this first step, he would read books or read on the subject which enthused him, and he would go to the second step, which is writing. He would write down and take down the important notes from the reading he had got. And then he would move into third step of learning, which many of us don't do, that is thinking. He would think deeply on the concepts he had just read and written down. And the fourth step, very few of us do it, experimentation. He would put everything into experimentation, everything into practice. He would experiment, he would play around with those ideas. And as a result, he got ahead of the 99% of the population of his time, or even in our time. And how can you start practicing the self-directed learning? The first step is to take initiative. You need to take initiative. Nobody is going to force you into effective learning. If you want to be an effective learner, you need to take the decision. You need to take the initiative. Always remember that a learner is a leader. Every learner is a leader. So it is up to you to take the decision whether or not start learning effectively. And the second method is to set apart at least 1 hour of your day for learning, exclusively for learning. Schedule, decide from when to when. For example, 7 to 8 o'clock in the evening, I will set apart for learning. So once you have set this schedule, this time up, you need to follow that schedule very religiously. You need to make sure that every single day you learn something new in that 1 hour of your time. And the third step is, of course, the 4th method of Benjamin Franklin: read, write, think, and experiment. Read something very useful every single day, write it down, the points you have got it from. And the third one is thinking. Think about it. How can I put it into practice? Ruminate over it, ponder over it, think. Even when you go for evening walk, think about it. And fourth one is experiment, play around with those ideas in real life. Remember that imagination without execution is a delusion. Having knowledge without putting it into practice, useful practice, is a wasted knowledge. So make sure that you put those into practice. And the fourth thing to remind yourself is that self-motivation. Since you take initiative, there is no one to motivate you from outside. There is no pressure, there is no one to tell you go and study. It is you yourself. So unless you create a huge self-motivation, a self-desire, a great desire for learning, you will fizzle out after a few days. You see that the energy diminishes and you stop learning. So let that not happen to you. So to curb this problem, the best strategy is to create a huge self-motivation within yourself. So when you are propelled by yourself, nobody can stop you. So to do that, see what this self-learning can give you. Look at those people, those who have benefited greatly from self-directed learning. Benjamin Franklin, he was a school dropout, and he entered his career as a respected statesman of America. Look at Bill Gates, he was dropped out of his college and he is a billionaire right now. Look at all other great people. Most of the billionaires are self-directed learners. So what this self-directed learning can give you, the result is 1,000 folds. So when you know that what it can give you, you will be internally motivated, you will be unstoppable. And I really hope that all those who watch this video become a self-directed learner and reap the rewards in the near future as well. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you have any doubt regarding learning, please comment below so that I will be able to answer them in next video or as a comment. And if you are a first timer in my channel, please consider subscription so that you will be getting more of such useful video in the future as well. Thank you so much for your time. See you soon. Bye.